Alright, welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Is it on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay, cool. Shit.
Is it in?
Is it in yet?
Yeah. So let's talk about that Battlefield 5 trailer. I want to get that out the way.
We literally just saw it not even 5 minutes ago.
I saw it like 5 hours ago.
Despacito 5.
My pants are still wet.
Oh.
Still very wet.
It's your fault.
Dude, I can't...
They make diapers for that.
Dude, I can't wait.
It's professional time.
I can't wait to play as a in the female Paralympics. Right?
I was looking at that trailer, Grant, and I'm like, you know what? This is right up your alley, man.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Julian, you never cease to amaze me.
Right up my alley.
That's what I thought you guys meant about the T-posing shit, dude. I told you, do we have to take my pants off too?
T-pose.
That's what I thought you guys meant.
This is not what you meant. This is what we meant.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
You gotta send that to
You
Graham.
gotta T-pose to assert dominance.
Yeah, dude, send that to Graham and Kev.
But yeah, I thought that Battlefield 5 trailer. You know, it's Battlefield.
It looks like it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good too.
I'm still gonna get it.
If I could honestly get all of that in an actual beta, then yes. But I'm still.
I'm pretty sure that's a mission.
I'm still waiting for that little thing in the bottom that says playable thing will actually be different than what they're showing you right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too fluid, and I want it to be that fluid, but I'm just.
No, yeah, it's clearly a cutscene.
Or something like that.
Oh, speaking about Battlefield,
I mean, it's probably using the in-game graphics, you know. So
yeah.
What'd you think of Apocalypse for Battlefield 1?
I think I only played one map actually.
Oh,
So I haven't been on it in a minute.
it's okay.
Is it?
No, I like Passchendaele the most. That one's like a legit World War I map. It's like everything's just destroyed.
All I need is probably sniper class or medic class. And I can be in, what is it, Ames? Pronounced Ames?
AMS.
Amos?
Wait. Ames?
Yeah, the French city.
Oh,
From the original Battle Pack. Or not even Battle Pack, from the original, from the base game.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me, just let me get Ames, let me be in a medical or a sniper, and I'll just go find myself a trolley, and I'll just be okay.
Okay. Because I already have everything level 50 except for support.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
I haven't been on it in a minute, but I would love to get back on.
I'm rank 100, so you should play.
What the
I don't
fuck
mean to
is
show.
this?
I'm 115 in Monster Hunter. Get on my level. How about that?
I beat The Witcher 3.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it on Death March.
I'm doing it on Death March now.
See, me too.
I play video games.
Do you have Gamer Girl feet, Julian?
So Mountain Dew, regular Mountain Dew is Gamer Girl P, and Mountain Dew Code Red is Gamer Girl period blood, dude.
Let's see those toes.
Then what's Baja
Gamer
Those
Blast?
little piggies.
Oh no, that's a good question.
I love-
Blue Waffles fluids.
They only recently just started selling that again, you know?
Yeah, Baja Blast?
Yeah.
You buy it in stores now.
Yeah. Well, they used to have that before, and they're just like, yeah, we're going to give it away forever this time, and then all of a sudden they stopped, and I only recently figured out they brought it back because I saw it in the fucking shelves again. I'm like, when did they get rid of it, you know?
I don't think they will. So
I haven't been Taco Bell in a minute. I don't plan on going back every time. I just want some Baja Blast.
we got email, guys.
all right.
Yes. From the
We're getting
boy.
shut down. That's it, guys.
The FCC, Ajay Pat, or whatever his name is, he's just like, you know what? Yeah.
Akil, that's
No more
next
fun
week's
for
news.
you.
No,
No.
no, we're not getting shut down.
Net neutrality starts today, and we're taking down Unversed podcast.
Oh man.
First thing.
I mean,
Yeah, we're going analog now, guys. So we're gonna,
I'm not changing
Radio
the name.
waves.
Bust out your ham radios.
Let's go. Our chat. We'll get you later with the channel.
Morse
details.
code.
Yeah, we're going to have to Morse code your ass. Send your location to our underground reserve.
Oh yeah, the code to listen to it is dot dash dash dot dash. What's the email?
it's from the boy Mark,
Oh,
and he says it's
I feel
been-
like he's our only fan. To be quite honest, like he's like the only one that writes.
First of all, props up to my boy Mark for still sending us emails. Thank you, Mark.
right? I feel like he's like the only. Listen, we might as well just send him a t-shirt
Well, at
and say
least
it's
we
one
don't
of
put
us.
like plant emails in, you know.
Well, not until you anyway. Send you an email.
Matter of fact, what's this kid's last name? I gotta see
This is Mark
credentials.
Person.
Guys, don't look at the CC feed. Okay. Anyways, Mark says, "Hey guys, it's been 2 years since I've been listening to you guys.
Oh man, thanks.
Thanks.
He was in Japan, going through iTunes trying to find something JoJo related, and he found our episode of JoJo
Wow.
that we did a long ass time ago. We should do another episode soon.
Oh yes, we can talk about JoJolian. Where the fuck anybody's at in JoJolian?
I'm at
We
Doggy
could-
Style.
I'm caught up.
We could be
You
at
caught up to JoJolian?
We can,
I'm caught up, yeah.
We
It's
can
on
be at
hiatus right
stand
now.
battle,
Oh
guys.
shit. Okay, the last thing I remember was they were on top of the train track,
Hey.
the tram tracks.
Hey,
Yeah, that was
They were
like
fighting.
a couple chapters ago.
Yeah, so I'm not that far. I know I'm not that
I'm
far
at the
behind.
same area where you're at.
let's finish
Pretty
with
much,
Mark
yeah.
has
Doggy
to
Style
say.
was his pet, right?
No, that's a stand.
No. There's two of them. His stand
No,
is the
stand's
thing
name
that
is Doggy Style, but he's a rock human.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, but he has a pet that attacks underground while he's on top.
No, that's him.
That's him?
That's
both
him.
of them?
Yeah, because he's a rock human, so he's fucking weird.
So what was his little thing about, like, how when you touch stuff, like, it starts, like, disintegrating, like, it eats it, like termites?
That's his stand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I just had to, it's been a minute since I saw it, so I just had to double back.
We from the future or what?
The Butcher?
The Future.
yeah.
SSB Wyland on Facebook. That shit's great.
That's a great page.
We're from the
Yeah, he says, like, man, I can't believe time flies by. His first question is, does anybody else listen to your podcast?
I fucking knew it! No! I'm so sad.
I have the answer to this question.
Oh, my boy Paul.
You think it's shut?
The answer to this question is only the ones that matter, such as yourself, Mark.
No, nigga. That's not how that works. He listens to us, but there's just one.
He broke.
No, Mark, you're not the only person. We do
Mark, I'm
get.
about to start crying. You just the real nigga question.
We do have people listening. They just don't send emails.
Do they?
Yes, I have the stats.
Stand.
Bots or non-bots?
Again,
Not bots. We barely
only
get
the
bots.
people that matter, such as yourself.
Shut up, man.
What a wonderful.
Quick.
And no, iTunes does not give us any stats whatsoever because that's iTunes.
Yeah.
But what does help us, Mark, is if everybody gives us a 5-star review on iTunes and anywhere else you go for podcasting. So that way it's easier to reach for us.
Can
And
whore ourselves out now?
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification
Hit that
button.
bell.
Don't forget a comment.
Please resubscribe.
We are on YouTube. so-
Video response.
Are we?
Yes. We've been on YouTube since.
Dude, my brain, I
Last year.
forget so many things.
So his other question is, so what are things that scare you on a daily basis?
Fucking spiders,
He
dude.
says example
Gamer
for
girl
me
feet.
is the dark and unknown places.
Gamer girl feet.
Because I don't know if there's a person, rat, animal in there that'll freak me out. Yeah, no, I get that feeling too.
Waking
sometimes.
up every day.
Jesus, dude.
Making small mistakes that will become big ones in the future.
The view of Danny right now.
The abyss in the ocean scares me every day.
Well, we live in a desert, though.
I
We
know.
live in a society.
But it's just there, waiting
My big
for me to mess up. Dude, let me tell you, like, Sgt Frog, that chapter of Sgt Frog when the kid, where he has, like, the spacesuit on and he's underwater, and, like, he's on the reef, and then, like, he looks over the edge, and it's just pure darkness, and he slipped. Like, somebody pushed him, he slips, he just fucking falls. He's just floating down into just nothingness. And then a light shines.
my old friend.
And then a light shines and a big ass megalodon just swims by. I'm like, see that? Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah.
This is why God. This is why the God made dark places.
You know,
for
I
humans
didn't
not to
play
go.
enough Fallout 4, but what scares me is just seeing like a plane pass by and just
Necromorph.
that scares the shit out of me, man.
No.
She's on a daily basis.
Just every day. I wake
Every
up
day we try to play
screaming.
God. There's a chance that necromorphs can be a thing.
I keep screaming, but God can't hear me.
Every day we stray further from God.
Where
Like
are the
that
necromorphs
creepypasta,
from
right?
again?
Me?
What are the necromorphs?
No,
Isn't that
I-
an actual?
Dead
Space.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what's even scarier?
Which one are you talking about?
The creepypasta where they get rid of that of a person's like all of their senses.
Oh, yeah,
the Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah, and then he's just screaming. He talks to God, and then he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what's
and God
scary?
abandoned us and all that.
You know what's scarier
Yeah,
than
it's
that, my guy?
Pasta?
Wants the real shit. I was watching Animal Planet, right? Because, documentaries are fucking dope. Tell me why, my nigga, they're talking about cordyceps. I'm like, oh shit, don't do that. And like, no, there's over 200 different types of cordyceps. I'm like, no, don't do that. And at the end of the fucking document, at the end of the fucking document, you know what the guy said? There could be a type out there that can do that to humans. I was like, don't fucking tell me
There
that.
could be.
I will set the Amazon jungle on fire. I will take that fed time for eternity.
Well, logically speaking, in order for The Last of Us to happen, that breed would have to specifically be around and be induced into like a lot of, not just one tribe, but a lot of tribes wherever it's fucking.
Let's be honest.
Located.
Go watch Vsauce 3's video about cordyceps.
People-
It's really good.
Is that a creepypasta?
According to Ray.
What's that one? The one that Jerry doesn't like. Hey, wasn't there another guy here?
Is it crepe?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Crepey pasty.
Fucking
That's a good one.
Crepey pasty.
fucking ozone.
Crepey pasties.
God, ever since that day, I just want to punch Jerry in the face, man. Just
What did you do now?
what did ozone
Anyway-
taste like? I'm thinking,
anyway, I guess-
that's not the problem.
The long debates. What does ozone taste like, Akiel? Tell me, what does ozone taste like?
No, he's the one he said it tastes like a fucking battery or whatever. Like, no, nigga, that's how that works. You can't grab ozone and put a taste.
Sometimes I really do want to
Give me my keys. I'm gonna go punch this nigga at work.
Okay, look, Jerry's not wrong to a certain point, okay?
It really be
But
like
that's
that.
what makes you want to snap
It really
his
be
neck
like
more.
that's pretty much the only way you could explain. It really be like that, though.
No, nigga.
Be like that.
Where they'll talk to the boys at the lab. Yo, give us a can of ozone. Why this motherfucker's gonna drink it? He's gonna give it.
What else, Mark?
He says now that Deadpool 2 came out, and I'm assuming you guys saw it already. After watching those end credit scenes, I almost cried from laughter. So what are some media that you cried from laughter and why?
I recently saw an episode of Futurama because I rewatch that show every year, and it was I think the third season is the first. I was just telling my cousin about this the other day. Is the first episode where Flexo meets Bender. I don't know if you remember Flexo, but he was the one that had like that clip-on goatee. Remember, the goatee, yeah. And then it was like at the end of that episode. If you don't remember, the plot for that episode was they were going to deliver a crown
For a beauty pageant.
Yeah, for a beauty pageant tiara, and it had like an atom on it, and they stole the atom. Bender was the one who steals the atom because Bender is Bender, of course. But of course, like they're looking at Flexo because Flexo has a goatee and he just looks evil. So when they catch Flexo, and then the funny thing that makes me laugh no matter how many times I hear it, is just like, oh man, they're picking him up off the floor, and Fry asks him, he's just like, oh Flexo, are you all right? How are you feeling? And he's like, I don't feel nearly as bad as you look, and I still die to this fucking day every time I hear that.
What was the question again? What was...
What has made you cry while you're laughing? Laughing.
Cry laughing. Just crying. So I was just like, oh.
Liar, liar. I don't cry when I laugh, but I always laugh every time I see Liar, liar.
Oh, the Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah. Liar, liar's great.
What was that dumbass joke you guys told me in the car? I almost died. Almost killed us all on that bridge.
What was it?
I forgot. It was something so simple, but I just lost it. And we were in the car. We're on that bridge going in and out. I almost died, dude. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah, the third grade, fifth grader.
Third grade, fifth grader? What?
No, remember the meme?
Third grade niggas.
Third grade niggas? Those memes?
Yeah.
Oh.
I fucking
No.
Oh my god! I had the same reaction when I was a kid. Just like,
Oh, nigga!
you know how many times
you remember
niggas
that
caught me with
fucking-
this
oh, no, that
fucking
fucking-
thing?
Does your mom know you're gay? No.
Are you gay? Are they gay? Fuck my nigga.
You remember that little black kid who was just like, no, why?
Oh, that one black kid with the knife. He's like, no. He just drops and starts crying. Every time I see like a third grade or fifth grade, like niggas be like, oh my god, I'm fucking losing. Cause I'm from that era, dude. I'm from that era where niggas will do you fucking dirty.
Yeah, I remember going
And not
outside
even
as a kid.
thinking twice about it, my nigga.
I think there was one that I saw too, where is this You roll up a piece of paper, you throw it in the trash can, and it's just like third grade niggas, and it's just fucking Kobe like all wild with the motion blur.
Oh, that one where like you touch the top of the door. Third grade niggas be like LeBron. No. Oh my god.
Okay, hysterically crying.
Those third grade
Oh wait, the
niggas.
season 4 reboot of Arrested Development.
I didn't
That
watch
one.
Resident Evil.
Actually, you know what makes me laugh? I saw it on the way to Japan. Every time I'll watch it with my friend Brenda too. Fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is a great show.
It is a great show.
That shit. I saw the first season, dude. That shit is like.
Oh my
This
god.
movie made me
Fucking
fucking
Christ,
Oh my god.
Dude, I
Speaking
love it
of that
just
shit.
because
This
he makes
movie made
small
me
problems
fucking
big ones.
Yeah,
Troopers
dude.
too?
Yes.
Alright, so you know the whole premise of, you know, the Curb Your Enthusiasm and the dun 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 dun. So tell me, last week we were just in our house, we were chilling, right? And she's like scrolling on Twitter or whatever the fuck on her phone, and then she sees a meme of California. So you're recently, okay, because if you guys don't know, originally, of course, I was from California here in our local valley, where the fuck, and then I moved. So I'm back, just visiting for a little bit. And recently we saw a meme, right, where California had passed a law that says that it's no longer a federal offense for you to not tell anybody if you have a disease, like an STD, HIV,
no,
AIDS.
it's not just a disease. It's HIV specifically.
Okay, HIV specifically, because, you know, that is the immune killer. So because it's no longer a felony or whatever, there was a rise in all sorts of STDs being reported in California. By
Like
an astronomical amount.
Like
yeah, by a
50%.
really big amount.
But
Oh
you know,
my God,
it's
man,
a
he, like,
federal crime to not.
Fuck, dude. Talk about shooting yourself in the fucking foot, dude.
But
Jesus.
it's a federal crime to misgender someone.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Federally, you say.
Federally.
It's a good thing there's only two.
Hey,
You're gonna get 50% of it half the time.
hey.
Look, man, I'm gonna piss in a toilet seat regardless.
Fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. Beloved cunt! Beloved cunt! I did not call your aunt a beloved cunt. You just said it again!
I need to keep watching this show. I only saw the first
Dude,
season.
season 8 was great. I haven't watched the other seasons.
They're bringing it back, right? Season 9?
Yeah.
Oops.
You give me shit's bow. I give you no shit's bow.
Join.
He's almost dead, no?
Oh, dude. Larry David? I don't know.
I wouldn't say he's almost dead. Him and Jerry are about like...
These fucking questions.
They're immortal.
Is your mom gay?
They're the juice
Alright.
that got to drink the fountain of youth. The
No,
immortal juice.
PlayStation Slim posting on Facebook. It's you know, like request to join. You have to answer 2 questions. The first one is your mom gay?
Is your mom gay? Well,
There was that one time.
there was that one time.
I seen her kiss my sister, so that's pretty gay.
You must be from Montana. Just
You
kidding.
must be from
Montana's
Alabama.
You mean Mississippi.
Whoa. We're not going south, bro. That's where black people.
So the last thing Mark has to say involves some piece of the news. It was brought up. I think it was yesterday. Sony announced that the PS4 is entering its last life cycle.
So we get one more model and then basically
That's
PS5.
it. Yeah.
So I knew this was probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
I had a feeling because why? Because Last of Us. That's why.
Last of Us 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair,
And on top of that, Days
Hey,
Gone.
What was one of the last big hitters for PS3?
Last of Us.
PS3?
It was
PS3.
Last of Us. Yeah.
Well, I would say that in Persona 5 because they still released Persona 5 for
Dude,
the PS3.
why does Atlas do that?
Yeah, but that's different. That's
Okay, at that point, yes, I will admit it's different only because they discontinued the PS3 but still released Persona 5.
well because Persona 5 got delayed and it was
Yeah.
supposed to come out on PS3 originally.
I understand it's like basically you're just keeping up your promise, but
Yeah.
still, I believe it falls under the same.
Well, they did the same thing with Persona
Okay,
4.
but the question Julian's saying is, what's the last big AAA game that came out on PS3? That'd be Last of Us.
Yeah.
And now what's happening again?
Last of Us 2. But you know, honestly, like,
Electric Boogaloo.
people are freaking out. They're thinking like, oh man, PS5's coming soon. Is it going to be announced this year? No.
2020.
Yeah, no, it's got a couple years to go. But honestly, like, I feel like,
Yeah, because he came out with a statement. The CEO came out
We
with a
gotta at least
statement. He's
enjoy our
like, oh
year
yeah,
with these
the
games,
next,
you
the
know?
next,
Yeah.
the next PlayStation console will be here within the next 3 years. And I was like, oh, all right, my dude. Like,
Remember,
If you
honestly,
think about it, this generation was very short-lived because Xbox One came out first. right? And then
No,
PS4 came out.
PS4 came out
Same
first.
PS4 came out first, and they just stayed in first.
Hey, first model
PS4 was announced before the E3 that announced the Xbox One.
Yeah, I remember that because they were like, yeah, PS4, and then like everybody's all like, oh shit, and then like Xbox like, no, bro, Xbox
One.
No, at first, remember the name before it was Xbox One?
7.
It was like Xbox. No, it was like Xbox something, and it was like Xbox One, and people were like, oh.
PS4 was released November 15th,
To
2013.
2013.
That's 5 years running, baby.
Well, that's not. Maybe it's not short lived as I thought. It just feels kind of short lived.
Neck 3.
Knack 3.
Well, the last gen, it was about 7 years.
Yeah,
But
and
see,
even before
this
that,
is,
PS2 was just like a whole decade, right?
Yeah,
Spaghetti and
because
every-
they
no,
keep going after PS4.
I remember Sony when I had my PlayStation. It was probably 1996 or 1997, and I'm just talking about PlayStation. Like I'm talking about the remodeled PS1 Slims, PS2. Because at least by 2000 or 1999, a PS2 was released, I believe. And they didn't stop making games until, what, when we were sophomores or juniors. So that's 2010, 2011?
Yep, I remember those. I remember that news. Yeah,
The consoles
I was
came
in high
out
school.
5 years ago.
Yeah, the only games that they were still making for PS2 at the time was like fucking Madden and FIFA.
Yeah, like sports games.
No,
Yeah.
it was only 6 years.
For PS2?
PS2 to PS3. PS2 came out March 2000. PS3 came out November 2006.
I'm talking about the lifespan of a PS2.
US
Because
dollars.
even past
No,
2006,
let's
me
see.
and you were still playing on the PS2.
Well, no, that's true. I get what you mean by lifestyle, but
this whole life cycle thing, it means like this is the last run of the PS4 before the PS5 comes out. This is what
Right.
this means. Like people are still gonna be playing PS4 like not until the last NBA 2K whatever comes
Is
out.
this our year?
Is this our? But see, the thing for me is, I don't feel like we need a PS5.
Not yet.
Not until like
There's
way
2022.
down the line.
There's nothing
I could wait longer than that.
It's only
Honestly,
like 6
with the
years.
fact that we have these half generations now with the Pro and the
That's like
Xbox One
the
X.
Xbox,
And
yeah.
plus VR, dude,
6
adds more
years.
life.
and then
to it.
VR is here. Like, there's a lot you could still do with. I feel like when I first heard this, I was like,
It's not
man,
really catching up technology-wise if you think about it, because PS Pro, I think was what you have, right?
Yeah, I have the 4 Pro.
Yeah,
So
the
right, so
Pro.
it does the 4K, HDR,
it's a stronger console.
HRDR, whatever the fuck it's called. And then-
HDR.
yeah, the HDR,
Sounds
right?
great.
So I mean, like, it's already catching up with where TVs are at right now. I always had a feeling like a console is just catching up to the graphics that a TV can produce
this
at
wouldn't
that
happen
time.
if you had a PC with the graphics card.
But it's like what Xbox and PS4 both have Blu-ray, right? So for the
Is
most part.
Xbox has Blu-ray, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
So it's just like we already caught up.
But I don't know. I feel like for me, with all the certain releases that we've been getting the past couple years, I feel like it's still early in the PS4's life. Like I can see this console going, and like way past 2020.
I feel like if they're not very
I think
careful,
it will. I think it'll be like PS2, where it's still gonna live on, even though.
Yeah, but I like with the PS5, like 2023. I feel like to me that sounds a little too early because I'm not ready for a PS5.
With PS5, dude, I could finally play that E3 trailer for Killzone 2, dude.
Killzone 2?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's a shitty joke.
23 is 5 years from now. So 3 years from now would be 21, right?
I mean, the average life cycle is 7 to 8 years of a console, and if it came out in 2013, 2020, 2021 is the end of the PS4 usually.
Yeah, because we're gonna need all this time for these games coming up: Kingdom Hearts 3, Days Gone,
Last of Us 2,
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
God of War just came out.
All-Stars 2, whenever they announced
All-Stars
it.
2,
Hey.
Spyro,
Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk. You know,
That's gonna come out when it's ready. It says that that trailer came out in 2013.
yeah.
And then at the end of the trailer, it said coming out when it's ready.
When it's ready, yeah.
When it's ready.
But man, guys, did you see what Artyom is going to look like in the new Metro game? Boy looks sick.
I saw a recent cosplay of Artyom. Artyom?
Artyom.
Ortium.
Yeah.
Whoops, my bad.
That game's gonna be dope.
Metro? Yeah, I can't wait.
They're gonna bring more bears and more gorillas.
There were bears?
Radioactive Russian
Bears in Metro?
Ooh, should have finished Metro.
You should've. You fucking should've.
Yeah, that game was hard for me.
No, that game is hard.
You should've. Fucker.
I didn't really know how the filter thing worked.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
You know what
really,
the worst part about that whole game was? Like, they could break your fucking mask. And I was like, oh my god. Because like, I remember one time I got a real bad crack. I was like, dude, this is where I die. This is where
There's a part where I got lost outside and I was running out of filters and I was like, oh my god, where am I going to go? And then I died at the checkpoint. I kept dying at the checkpoint. I was like, god damn it.
Underrated game.
You cruel mistress. You cruel mistress.
I'm gonna have to wait until the 2020s anyway to wait for my new Conquer game whenever that comes out.
I never will. Remember?
Exclusively on the Switch.
You don't think it would be for Xbox after Rare?
No, I was just kidding. No, of course it would be on Xbox.
I hope so. Give me like a really badass Conquer game. I mean, like,
Well, you can't, bro, because you know all the people who don't want to be parents are gonna buy their kids that game, and their kid's gonna run up to a school, shoot them out. It's like, why blame video games? Like, nah.
Nah, just you.
Hey, we're not here to talk about boring shit, Akiel.
They'll just blame
We're not
This
here
isn't
to talk
the
about
news.
real life shit. We're just here to talk about virtual world shit.
School
That's why,
shootings
that's why
are
we can't have.
boring.
That's why we can't have fun games.
You rejected me.
Oh, no.
Pow.
pew pew, don't go to school
This
today,
is
fam.
this is what it's called.
Yeah,
I didn't get that part into the story mode.
Wait, weren't we supposed to call Adam?
On live on the
Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, my vape.
I'll call him right now. Yeah.
Give me beat me freaking beat.
Where we just forgot a war.
No.
For Kingdom Hearts.
That trailer was
Makes me want to get it.
yeah. I mean, I'm excited for what did they show? They showed Toy Story. They showed
Some Tangled.
They showed all that.
yeah. They showed
gameplay.
Tangled.
They showed it was
showed
mostly
the
Toy Stories.
Okay, one thing that I'm gonna tell you that I was kind of like anticipating is that whole shit that they did with the Keyblade. Like any individual Keyblade now can now transform into anything.
So
At the same time, you're gonna get 3 Keyblades per world, which is something that they never did before. So I'm like, by the end of this game, you're probably gonna have like, assuming that they do it like what they did last time with 3 threes, so probably like 9 or 12 worlds. So that's
Please leave your message for
36 Keyblades in one game.
it's a lot of Keyblades. But seriously, Oscar, they could go anywhere.
Oh, Adam, you missed the Kingdom Hearts talk.
And that's it.
No, dude, like
That was a good trailer, dude.
It was a great trailer, dude. They could go anywhere with it, dude. Like I was talking to there's another guy named Grant that we know, Mustache Grant. That he loves Kingdom Hearts 2 just as much as I do, and we just like it's the
That's the
You geek out on
perfected
it.
one.
the imagination is it could go anywhere, dude. You
You know what got me? I was just like, what is this game? When Sora was using those specials and it was freaking Disneyland rides.
Yeah, man.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I think I
Dude.
saw the
That
teacup,
was really
right?
cool.
It was
Yeah.
a teacup and
Fucking Buzz Lightyear ride.
Yeah.
The Space Mountain one.
Space Mountain.
Peter Pan,
Yeah.
right?
It wasn't Space Mountain. It's the train ride. Why do people keep thinking it's Space
It's the
Mountain?
Matterhorn.
It's Thunder
No, it's not Matterhorn either. It's that
It's
train
Thunder
ride.
Thunder Mountain.
You want to know why I said that? Here, read the caption for that fucking clip.
No, yeah, that clip.
Is they
yeah.
always say
Someone
it's like
said
Magic
Space
Mountain, Space
yeah.
Mountain. I was like,
Yeah.
it makes sense because you're fighting a fucking Titan in space, like not in space, but in a fucking world. Whatever ride it is, it's gonna be dope. But at the same time, I already see like the same problem with like what makes me kind of like hesitant on buying that game. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go help Hercules for like the 9th time. What else can happen? Oh no, you're gonna go back to another world, help them again for like the umpteenth time. You're like,
I don't
No,
know.
no, Donald Duck's not gonna heal me
no, like
like he always
don't get me
does.
like one thing. I'm like they're not trying to bring out new worlds like they are like they can.
Yeah, I really
Because
hope they
they-
don't either. Because
No,
if
no,
you think
because
about
like they
it,
keep going-
I
keep going back
don't
to-
want Spider-Man showing up in this bitch, man. I really
No,
don't.
but I'm saying like Disney books, like Disney like movies, like cool, like let's go help out Mowgli. I don't want to help out Tarzan again. I don't want to help out Hercules
that would be
again.
dope.
I don't want to go back to Little Mermaid again.
You know
like
what'd be
give me
cool?
something
Oh,
different.
Actually, no.
No, fuck it. Let's go fuck with Mulan
Let me help out
again.
my boy
Like, you know?
There's
What?
like a gazillion like Disney properties. Why can't they use something
Exactly.
different?
They just keep like that's why kind of like when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out.
But like
I only
always,
played for the transformations. Everything else, I was kind of like,
but-
oh no, we're helping this person out again.
Always
Okay.
keep the Winnie the Pooh levels.
But it's just like
Winnie the Pooh levels I never really mind because Winnie the Pooh levels are kind of like mini games.
if you think
Yeah,
about it at the
exactly,
same time,
but
you
always
don't. You're not
keep it
going to be expected to go back at the same time. It's like, why are we going to go back to Halloween Town again for the 3rd time? They didn't make a 3rd Halloween movie, but they already covered Halloween Town 1 and
Why is
Halloween
he so
Town 2.
happy?
You know what I'm saying? And that was like their duration of both Kingdom Hearts games. And see, what makes sense is canonically speaking, Sora didn't actually go to any of those Not all of those worlds.
This is
Like,
kind
but
of-
they're gonna bring Lilo and Stitch into Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm sorry.
Only Vanitas, Aqua, and Terra went to Lilo and Stitch. Or actually didn't even go to... They didn't even go to Hawaii. They went to... they were in the ship.
Yeah,
They were in the
right,
very... They were like... the
that was a cool concept. But you get what I mean, though. It's like... When you in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you go back to certain islands, like when you go back to certain worlds, it's like, nigga, I locked it up. How? Like, this is supposed to be it. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Why do they keep coming back? Why do you keep having problems?
But story progression.
Kingdom Hearts 2, when the worlds I enjoyed was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pride Lands.
Pride Lands was pretty dope. When you go to Steamboat Willie,
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
fucking
yeah, that
cool.
was cool, yeah.
The one aspect of that game that fucking pained me was like you had to. They literally forced you to go back to the Little fucking Mermaid to do a musical to get the next spell for like lightning or the lightning or the fucking blizzard. I was like, nigga, no. Like,
You know what the
I'm
sad
done.
part was? I'm on Kingdom Hearts 2 right now, and the requirement for you to unlock a new song every time you go back is to increase your level, the form limit. So if your form limit is like level 2, you gotta give it to 3 to learn a new song, and then go back. So it's not only story progression, it's also level progression. You know what I mean? Like, you have to meet these boundaries, these requirements, these walls in order to breach them and
Little
go to
Mermaid
the
can
next place.
suck it.
She's a summon now, so it's all good.
Right.
Oh, she's pretty dope, too, from what I
$5
saw.
you're gonna have to go back there to go get. You have to go to Little Mermaid. And if I have to go back there,
I just
if I
want-
have to hear Under the Sea for like the 19th fucking million time, I'm gonna be mad and was like fucking just like I'm done with this game, dude.
I just want a Black Cauldron world. That's it.
A black what?
Black
Cauldron?
Cauldron world.
Well, whose rules is that?
You don't remember
Black
that Disney movie?
Cauldron.
The movie?
Oh my
The Disney movie?
god.
Is it the one with
It's a
Dumbledore?
that's like the
No.
most underrated one, dude.
Yeah, it's
Thank
an oldie.
you. Oh my god.
It's like when Sword in the Stone came out.
Yeah.
Around that time.
You know what world they should do, because they've never done it before? Fantasia. Because they've only had the fucking gargoyle from the end of the first one in Fantasia, but they didn't actually have a world for Fantasia.
I know that one animation with the lava and the nature lady in Fantasia 2, that would have been an awesome
Yeah,
one.
see.
I feel like what
Or
they
like-
could do
shit
is
like
they can
that,
go
like-
back to Mickey's castle and utilize that orb.
She could be a summon, like just pay some sort of.
Let's all just like reminisce on the fact that Terra just showed up in the Pride Lands to fuck people up.
Oh shit.
He just came out the ground like, bro, let me show you what this Keyblade do, and then he was now else.
Let me show you what
it do. No.
Oh my
The
god.
boy Kill Bill collabing with producer Japan.
Ooh.
That guy makes some great beats, so can't wait for that to come out.
Like Haji Beats?
No, Japan. But yeah, I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 now. After seeing that gameplay trailer, I was like, ooh, should grab the collection up.
A lot of the summonings are
It's going to be out by the end of this year or no?
We will find out at E3.
Yeah, at E3. You know what's crazy? I want to go to Monsters Inc. world only because the Keyblade transformation that you get from there is fucking sick. The yo-yos, I was like, dude, that's
Does he
fucking
go
The Monster
Yeah.
Inc. Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. yo-yos.
I don't know how to play.
Oh, we still have yet to see Big Hero 6 gameplay, so.
Oh yeah, that's confirmed too. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
where's
Big Hero 6 is in the Kingdom Hearts world?
Yeah, they announced
Is it
that
Kingdom
like a
Hearts,
couple months ago.
No, that was like one of the
Pack 3?
first things ever they announced for
Where's
Yeah.
Kingdom
Pack
Hearts
3?
3.
It was it concept art?
coming.
It was
that they had?
concept art.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
coming.
Official concept art.
Snack.
It was Sora writing,
Coming.
it was Sora, what's his name again? I forget the big dude's name.
Betamax?
Who?
Betamax, there you go.
Betamax, yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Like,
That movie was
like
adorable,
Star
dude.
Wars and
Don't get me
Marvel.
wrong, that movie was fucking adorable.
I remember when that movie was coming out, everybody's confused. It's like, they're making a Big Hero 6, like Silver Samurai showing up? Like,
Oh, that's
and all
right.
that?
Rolf is going to be in there too.
Ralph?
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say the son of a shepherd's brother show up.
It's cause
Look
of
at here,
that.
Sora boy.
Oscar, it's because of
stale
Wreck-It
end
Ralph
with white
showing up
bread?
as a summon is why I think they could do
His
anything.
summon is hella broken though.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. It was pretty broken. But, I mean, that's the point. Just be broken towards the harvest.
Yeah.
It's like I know I'm probably gonna get it, but I'm just not gonna have my expectations of high, like what places I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna take it like one world at a time. Cause Lord knows
You're going to beat that game within a week. There's no doubt in my mind.
it's Kingdom
going
Hearts.
straight to
It's literally
Cosmos.
Kingdom Hearts. It's not like it's a game. It's not like it's a Final Fantasy game. You have to go like over here, get to level 30, then go back over here, get that legendary weapon to go unlock this legendary weapon. Kingdom Hearts is kind of like, hey, go over there, kill that thing, lock it up, you're out, you're done. Come back because somebody else tried to unlock it, beat him, go on. Go on, you're done. You don't have to come back ever again unless you want to. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Unless you want to.
Kingdom Hearts has never been a hard game. Even if you put it on hard, it's
True.
never been that hard. It's never been
Akiel,
that hard again.
I will agree.
The only boss that was hard. No, the reason I know the game's not that hard because literally once I got the Iron Chocobo on hard, I literally used that Keyblade because my friends like, "Why don't you give yourself a challenge?" I literally beat the whole game with the Iron Chocobo. Never changed that Keyblade. Even when I fought Sephiroth.
This is where I'm at right now. This is why I would say it's entirely easy for me because I'm doing it on proud mode and proud final mix mode, and I'm doing it. And now I'm fighting, what's his name? Number 2, Zeldin. And this is...
No, not Zeldin, Zigbar.
Yeah, whatever, the guy with the lances. And what I hate the most out of anything, tell me why in the first Kingdom Hearts game, if you just tap square, Sora will automatically guard, right? But in Kingdom Hearts 2, he doesn't do that anymore. Now he dodge rolls. He doesn't have a guard anymore. You have to do some stupid.
No, you have to get that skill. You have to get the skill.
You have to get the skill, but you have to stay still. I remember that.
And it's
with that when you're moving, like even walking, you dodge roll.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Zeldin's pretty dope though.
He beats the crap out of me, man.
I'm telling you, dude. Zeldin in 358 over 2 days. Dude, Zeldin's a fucking beast. Like, when you have to play missions with this nigga, he's just like, bro, let's just get this done.
I remember that.
He'll just fucking run through it. He'll just run through everything. I was like, Jesus, dude, no wonder you belong with them. He's dope. Marluxia was dope. Larxene, she's a bitch. She's like, fuck this. And she quits. Like, halfway through, like, in 3
Why is that, like, the only girl in that frickin' 13 people?
Because, have you ever played Dreamed Up Distance?
My point is, Kingdom Hearts 2 is gay. No, I'm just kidding. No, I haven't played Dream Up.
If you ever played Dreamed Up Distance, there's a point in the story where they wake up. Like the original them, they wake up.
Oh.
They're all from where, what's name is, Kyrie?
They're all
Radiant
Bastion.
Yeah, they're all from Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion.
And it's like, they're all scientists there.
Wasn't Hollow Bastion Radiant Garden before?
No. This is the part that I hate. In Kingdom Hearts 1, Hollow Bastion was a Beast World, right?
Yeah.
And so now there are 2 different kinds of Hollow Bastion. There's the Hollow Bastion where Beast is from, and now there's Hollow Bastion, like, where the Nobody's from. Like, where, like, you know, where you go to fight Sephiroth and shit like that. And so, like... In what you call it?
Yeah. No, but yeah, I got, yeah.
In, what's the one for the PSP?
Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep. In Birth by Sleep,
there's
Radiant Gardens. Yeah, it's called Radiant Gardens. And that's where Kyrie's from.
This is before
and that's
shit
where
goes wrong with her on her world.
That castle, you know, where you go to Space Paranoids, Tron and shit like that. So that castle was like not destroyed before, and like there's where everybody was at.
Oh, Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion, yeah.
Yeah, Castle Oblivion, and then out of Castle Oblivion, there's the world that never was, and there's the fucking castle that never was. I'm like, oh,
I hope
like,
there's a
intertwined and ass backwards. It's not even funny.
I hope the final world for 3 is gonna be called the game that was almost never finished.
No, it's the Keyblade Sanctuary.
Yeah,
they have to go back there to end it.
I know.
Not the Keyblade Sanctuary. You have to go back to that fucking
the graveyard, right?
Where Aqua Venus and then Vanitas
Master fight
Xehanort.
No. The guy who was
freaking Hanzo. Fucking he looks like fucking Hanzo.
His name was Master something. I remember.
Yeah, but remember he ends up getting his ass kicked by Terra.
Oh, but that place is called the Land of Voyage.
There you go. Yeah.
Terra becomes one with Xehanort, and he has his body. He has like his body, like he has his mind or some shit. But Xehanort controls the body. It's weird. And then
so Ansem was Terra the whole time.
The best way to explain it, the best way we can explain it.
This is what Adam's supposed to be here for.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing. Xehanort had like nobodies and Heartless, which was Ansem, fucking the nobody, and it was him. And it's like from there on, it's just like. He's that fucking evil.
I don't know. I feel like Xehanort just kind of lost control of whatever the fuck he was trying to do, and now there's like a different variation of Xehanort.
It's Xehanort, Ansem, and then what was the dude's name from 13? The leader.
Xemnas?
Yeah, Xemnas, and it's just his name backwards or whatever. I was like, that's fucking stupid.
Wait, what?
It was Xehanort, but it was like his nobody was Xemnas, and his Heartless was Ansem. It was all the same person. And then it's like, if you ever look at it, he got 11 out of like the 12 hearts you need to open Kingdom Hearts, and Sora was the 12th. That's why Sora would never become the Keyblade Master.
I read the mangas.
If you
I still have the original Kingdom Hearts 1 mangas.
If you play 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep, you don't have to play them just to get the you have the collector's edition. Just watch the
you could just watch the movie.
cinematics.
I have the game and I beat the game.
No, if you watch the cinematics, it kind of sums it up. Like even back cover, like how it all started. It was fucked up in the beginning because there's a dude he knew everything was gonna happen. He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. He told those dudes like, hey, I'm gonna give you each a task. You do this. You do this. You do this. You do this. The last guy is like, hey, your job is the most important. You have to figure out which one of you are going to betray everybody else. And they fucking lost it because they fucked up and told somebody else, like, oh, you know who's going to do it, then who? And they all started fighting amongst each other. And I was like, oh, so that's how the Keyblade Wars happen. And the guy has this big ass chest. He's like, huh. And he looks back at the world and he looks at it. He's like, fuck it. Keeps dragging the box. And then that's how he knew the Kingdom War was going to happen.
Is the mobile game canon?
Yeah,
apparently it is.
The mobile game's back cover.
Something?
Yeah,
No, it's called
Union.
Yeah, it's called Union, but that's all the kids. If you watch it on YouTube, the back cover is like 18 minutes long.
Oh my god!
If you watch it,
they're all in front of Radiant Gardens, right?
And those people are trying. All those kids,
mobile game.
No, all those kids right there are all the new Keyblade wielders.
It was like around the same time as the God of War mobile game.
That's what they're supposedly. That's what's them. They're going to be involved in number 3, right? Against everybody else.
And then that's when shit goes wrong.
Because you're okay. Recoded was the one. It was a mobile game first day in Japan, but then they ported it over here on DS.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Recoded was pretty dope. It was kind of like a little cool side story. Like Jiminy Cricket lost his memories, his logs. He had to go.
I gotta go record.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like Chains of Memories.
Did you play the Game Boy one?
Yeah, that was the only one I played.
Me too, man.
The PS2 one. Don't get me wrong. I had a feeling the PS2 one, because it was going to be 3D now, it was going to be like 10 times harder. 10 times harder. What was the PS2?
I don't want to touch nothing with Chain of Memories anymore. That game was a pain in the ass, dude. But I did hear the PS2 version. Well, the 3D version is better than the Game Boy.
We'll see. I beat 1, and then instead of playing Chain of Memories, I was like, I don't want to do this again. So I just went right to 2. And then I spent like the first 2 hours trying to do that whole Vanitas shit. Or not Vanitas, I'm sorry. Ventus. Not Ventus. I'm sorry. Roxas.
Yeah,
Roxas. There you go. I was trying to do that whole thing with Roxas, and I was
Tomato head skin and
if you play 352 over 8 days,
it's back.
It's back today.
Oh shit!
Disney, give me money. That's it.
I think that's enough Kingdom Hearts talk.
Predicting the future, huh? That also sounds like an ending. Predicting the future.
Gonna get that email. The podcast is shut down.
We recently obtained a hardback edition of the Full Metal series. You might have remembered it as Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, Grant.
Mm-hmm.
You wait?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is your time to shine. We had received it because
it came out.
And the people who gave it to us were...
Viz was generous enough to give us a review copy for Full Metal Alchemist. Viz Media, the people who produced this.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the podcast before when it was coming out. Now we have it in our hands.
Viz, give me a hardcover of my Naruto issues again. No.
Hey, I remember those Naruto hardcovers though.
But oh my god, this thing is cash though. Like, this thing is
It's
so
nice.
cool.
That's so gangster.
It's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Like, you open it up and they give you like that cool little like...
The color pages?
Yeah, like the color pages.
Those are new color pages.
Those are...
Oh, these are redone. Huh?
Yeah, the pages are also like silky.
No, they're just colored. They're not redrawn or anything.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice. The material they used for the pages
and then
was very different. Something I wasn't expecting.
It's no longer by volume, right? It's by volume and a half now.
Yeah, it's a volume and a half's worth of the original manga run.
I don't know, man. What am I supposed to do with these big ass feet in front of me? Shit. No,
Sorry, fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can lay him down. I'm just kidding.
Julian's face just realized, oh my god, gamer girl feet do exist.
The Full Metal copy, the Full Metal edition, is it in stores yet?
Yeah, it's already out. It's like $20.
I suggest you go to your nearest Barnes & Nobles and you pick yourself up a copy. Full Metal Alchemist is a great series. You can also find it on Netflix.
I think they have the whole series on Netflix now.
And the live action.
Barely, yeah.
And the live action.
Which I heard is still shit. I have yet to see it.
I gave it one try.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So on a scale of Death Note to 10, how was it?
Which Death Note?
The Japanese
Netflix Death Note.
Is it standalone though, or am I relating it to Death Note?
Oh, it's just a grading scale.
Okay.
Oh shit! It was. No, I'm just kidding.
It was 5 out of 10.
I would actually probably.
I heard it was really bad.
Dude, why do I have to see Maze Hughes die so many times? In a live action movie, in a manga, and in 2 animes.
Did you guys see that? You guys see that somebody did a picture of his daughter all grown up. She's in the military. She's like, "This is my dad." He has a picture of.
Oh yeah.
The feels. I was like, no, don't do that.
It's got some nice concept art
Watch
in the back
the
as
Alchemist.
well. Of original concept for Ed's arm.
It seems to be like some sort of stencil page.
So
It's concept art.
No. I'm talking about Right.
What are you talking about?
Like in the very first page, it's kind of like reminds me of that little stencil,
the red, the transparent page,
transparent pages, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see.
So that way, the ink doesn't fuck up on the other side and stuff like that. It's good. It's
it's to show Ed through it. That's the whole point of it.
It's for both. It's in good class. I think it's great. I think it's just like that JoJo class. Like this is what you're gonna want.
Yeah, I always appreciate hardcovers for mangas.
Oh shit! Julian's the new Messiah.
Honestly, I feel like
I'm sorry. I didn't think it would go that way. I thought it would go this way.
Did you hit the mic?
No, I didn't. I almost did.
Oh,
almost. It flew right by it.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, great. It's a great. It's great.
Grant, since you're not moving, do you think I could borrow your copies of Fullmetal Alchemist again?
Oh yeah, if you watch them.
No, I will watch them. The reason I gave them back to you because I thought you were really.
Okay, yeah, you can watch them. Yeah.
Or should I read it?
You read it, yeah.
Read it.
And you can start with this Full Metal edition of Fullmetal Alchemist.
This is not a sponsored ad.
It's now available in Barnes and Nobles. It doesn't have to be sponsored. I just feel like we should. If they're gonna give it to us for free, we should still do a good job. I just feel like that's the whole point.
Yeah. Will do.
So yeah, guys, Black Ops 4. Blops 4 trailer announced. And they also announced their Battle Royale mode, Blackout.
That's right. I still didn't see the trailer.
Blackout! Oh, you haven't?
No, because I didn't know that Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty came out the same day.
No, Black Ops 4's trailer came out last week.
It came out last week?
Yeah, it's been out for a few days.
I don't think I've seen it then, huh?
It's a continuation of 3.
Story-wise?
There's no story in Black Ops 4.
They took it out to put fucking Battle Royale.
I'm okay with it.
Let's see.
Zombies is still there, so...
Battlefield 5's gonna have Battle Royale.
I mean, with this
Did they confirm that?
They confirmed it in the stream.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I was reading an article by PC Gamer and they mentioned that.
Makes sense. I mean,
I really don't think this is going to pan over well when you start adding Battle Royale to legitimately.
It's just
everything.
a new game mode.
I mean, it's a way to play a game.
Hey, E3, are we playing Battle Royale bingo when we watch it?
Shit, dude, send me your fucking bingo sheet, dude. I'll fucking confirm that.
Have you seen that bingo sheet? Like fucking Bloodborne's on there.
Oh my god, Bloodborne.
I have a feeling the next thing you know, people are just going to start basically rating the Battle Royale by each game, because each game varies differently, right? People like Battle Royale in Fortnite I'm not going to say mostly because, but including because the difference between PUBG and Fortnite is you can build in Fortnite.
Oh, plus Fortnite's free and it's on consoles.
And others, among other things, right. However,
it's on console and it's on your phone.
Yeah,
it's on iPhones.
It's on iPhones right now only, yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is PUBG's on, PUBG's on the mobile. Have you played PUBG?
No.
You should play PUBG on mobile.
Dude, that shit's super easy.
Is it?
It's not even a challenge.
Well, the first match, actually, in PUBG Mobile, you fight bots. You don't fight real people.
No, remember when me, you, and Jay were playing?
Yeah, we get dubs left and right.
No, we get dubs. It's after the first match, it's like the way I play PUBG on my phone is like how I play a shooting game. Like I'll see somebody running towards me, and I'm like, all right, so this nigga doesn't know how to shoot, so I'll move left and right, and I'll just duck and just let him have it, and then they just go, well, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, what some of the big flaws that we have for games like Call of Duty and Battlefield is like, of course, you know, the DLCs, right? Microtransactions and shit. They're gonna bring the crates and shit back, like how they did in, you know, Battlefield 1. It's just like you're implementing that in Battle Royale, right? So is it still like the majority of people who do good or get good, decent stats, they're gonna get crates? Is the crates going to vary depending on, you know,
I would assume they would never change it because a lot of
crates have to be cosmetic only.
No, because
I hope so. No, but that's not always the case.
No, remember in Battlefield, Battlefield 1, the only reason why you would buy a crate, in all honesty, was if you're trying to complete those like weapons you can unlock through normal progression, like the saber and shit like that.
Some of the melee's a puzzle.
So yeah, and they purchase skins. So basically, it's like. You're doing Overwatch, like, oh man, but with Battlefield, like, you want that weapon, you want a puzzle, you know what I mean? So you're like, oh shit, I want that weapon, but it doesn't really
I've noticed
benefit you.
During the whole, like, progression of Battlefield 1 since its base release to where it is now, they've pretty much upgraded crates by a large amount. Like, in the beginning, everything was random. Everything was 100% completely random. You couldn't decide what you want. You couldn't decide if it was rare or not, blah, blah, blah. Now, it's pretty much like, if you get like, let's say a patch or something like that for the Apocalypse that they just came out, and they're like, okay, we're going to give you these epic crates. And they'll tell you right then and there, one of them is going to contain a puzzle piece. You're guaranteed a puzzle piece. You know what I mean?
think the superior ones are like that. You're guaranteed a puzzle piece.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the same time, if you complete like the bi-weekly community challenges, they think you give you one off the top. You can even get them from just leveling up. I think like every 5 levels you level up, you get a superior crate. Which at the same time is like, alright, cool, so you just want me to play, I can get these weapons if I just play your product, you know?
The most important thing is for them to not pull a Destiny 2. Don't include all of these things at the end of your previous game and not include them automatically at the beginning of your new vanilla game.
What are you talking about? You talking about weapons?
I'm not just basic weapons, but let's take the end of D1. I'm talking about like
You're talking about the reboot of your character.
End of series D1, which contains hold on, it contains basic. No, hold on. I'm talking about game modes. Like, remember, end of series D1 had private matches, right? But what happened? It took us 2 DLCs for D2 to get our private matches back. I'm talking about like including good things that were happening towards the end of your series and not moving them into the next game.
You know what though? With Destiny, that's a very good example because they are doing that. Because you remember like at the end of Destiny, we all played Destiny 1. Mm-hmm. We all got to Rise of Iron. We fucked shit up, you know? But then remember when they start doing seasons, it's like, oh yeah, so you have that gun. Pointless. We got to season 2. Or season 3, depending on the DLC, right? Mm. And like what Oscar said is like things that they had in their first game, they're re-adding again just to make people like, cause they fucked up. Cause remember when Destiny 2 came out, the weapons already had pre-selected perks. Everybody had the exact same gun, you know what I mean? And now Destiny's all like, oh hey guys, guess what? We're sorry we fucked up with your private matches. We just recently added them. And now people are like, oh, well, where's the random rolls? Like, oh, we're gonna add that later. And then people
they kind of fixed it already.
No, people are kind of like, why would you take it out in the first place? Same thing with like the exotics. Remember like in the beginning of Destiny 2, your character was off doing a mission, right? Like out of nowhere, like he had like none of his shit. Like, why would you take out all the exotics and all the stuff we worked hard to get just like during like later expansions? Oh yeah, we brought them back because we know you missed them. Why would you take them in the first place? Why not just add new exotics every time? Like,
I feel like that's a good point. Yeah, they should have been working off of making more.
You should have left us alone. You should have the only thing that would have made sense, like your whole level reset because the traveler got attacked. If that was like tied to the traveler, you know what I mean? Oh, the traveler got a case, so your level went back down to 0. You're like, oh, like, you know. But you kept your weapons and shit, you would have been like...
Yeah, if it was in your armory, but it's just like you couldn't use it till you reach a certain level or reach a certain requirement.
No, it's like the whole BS is like, oh man, your stuff got destroyed, but it's like, but why does Shaxx have the raised lighter? Why do fucking Cade have the Ace of Spades? I'm just like...
Well...
It's
off topic.
Yeah, it's off topic, but what I'm getting at with that game is like, there's a lot, like what Oscar said, there's a lot of things that you should have just left alone and just kept adding on to it.
That's just straight on your Facebook. That's not even... Oh, that's a memory. Whose memory is that?
That's my boys. No, they got rid of that feature last year.
What feature?
We're not talking about this on the podcast. But anyways, yeah, it's getting Battle Royale. And Battlefield's getting Battle Royale. Battlefield makes the most sense out of any of these.
Yeah,
that and Halo make the most sense to me.
Because Conquest was just basically Battle Royale, capture points. That was it. Literally, in Battlefield game, Conquest is Battle Royale. Just, hey man, capture the point. Good luck. What?
Pretty much.
But yo, Julian, did you see fucking Yoshimitsu for Soul Calibur 6?
Oh, hell yeah. He looks great. He looks great.
That's a badass design.
Oh, I love his
Have
design.
you seen it, Oscar?
No, that video got removed when you posted
No, I told you YouTube it. It's on YouTube. It's just
but you linked a YouTube
Yoshimitsu.
video.
That was a guy I watched. He took off his YouTube.
Danny, Yoshimitsu always looks great.
He always looks great.
Always looks great.
I'll tell you something that Battlefield should do, because as far as you know, Blops only said that only one map was going to be available for Battle Royale. My whole thing is
that's a Battle Royale game.
I hope Battle Royale. Well, like I said, Battlefield can try to do something different, because their archetype for their FPS is different from everybody else's.
No, Andrew, no.
You know, like what if you could just modify kind of like, now bear with me. It's kind of like how Smash Bros has its own mega and regular stages. You know, like they'll just change it to a flat or not. What if you could do the same thing with regular Battlefield maps? You're not. I understand not every map is going to be big, so there has to be super maps. You know,
those kind of maps are a lot of work for games.
But I'm saying, like, if you're gonna go ahead and just add a mode that's going to be the same as everyone else, you know, everyone else is going to have it too, and you're going to want to do your damn best to make sure yours is different from everyone else's. At least if you're going to be putting money into it anyway.
Destiny.
It's going to be a big venture, you know.
Destiny 3 is going to have a Battle Royale mode.
I'm pretty sure 2's having Battle Royale.
Like by the end of some damn season or whatever.
By the end of in September when the next DLC comes up for.
I'm pretty sure that's their announcement. It's some form of Battle Royale.
Destiny said that we're going to do something that's never been done on FPS before?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Too late. Yeah, Black Ops beat him to it.
Well, you know what's crazy though? It all depends. Do it to him.
Look at his fucking look at that. Yoshimitsu just looks so badass.
Oh, they announced Yoshimitsu for Soul Calibur 6?
Yeah, have you seen his fucking what he looks like? He looks fucking sick.
Let me see this.
Oh, shit. Also, speaking of Yoshimitsu, Tekken 7's getting free DLC. Did you see that? For the costumes.
Oh, they are?
A big free, lots of free.
Yeah, it's coming out on the 30th this month, so I'm looking forward to that. There's some nice skins in there.
Dude, Yoshimitsu's like so unpredictable.
Yoshimitsu's like nobody who this.
Exactly. Because he's immortal. Oh
Whoa.
my god. Dude, yeah, he's crazy.
I wonder what he'd be like if he was a Nio boss.
No, Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, right.
Yoshimitsu's gonna come through like, yo, tell me why I'm about to take your soul and fuck your bitch.
Yeah, but when's my boy William hopping in Soul Calibur though, Julian?
It would totally
Yeah,
make
they
sense.
did.
It would
His
totally
name's
make sense.
It would totally make sense.
His name's Geralt.
They got fucking Geralt in here. He can use Quinn and all that other shit, or no?
Yeah, he uses Quinn, Igni, he uses Axie.
He can use Axie?
Yeah, he can use
Axie was blue or green?
Axie was green, I think.
Yeah, the mine one, right?
Yeah.
Gray, you hungry?
Yeah, a little bit.
You hungry for some Witcher content?
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? The Witcher Library Edition?
Library edition?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's a hardcover of all the Witcher comics.
Ooh. Oh, the comics.
Yeah.
Heard it now on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So...
How much is it?
I don't know.
Miguel wants to get into the Witcher books, but he's annoyed because he's just like, the first...
Oh, the sizes.
Is the sizes of them.
Yeah.
The first book's like this, and then the second one, Sword of Destiny, is like that. Then the third one is small, and then the rest of them are big.
Look, I like my mangas all the same size. I don't care if you have a big dick, Terraform Mars, right? Just conform or get out.
I mean, here's my thing about it. Assuming that they had to do it like that, and I had to buy the first book. The first book's going to be, thicker than a Snicker, and it's like $30. And then I get to volume 4, and it's like little Chiquito. That thing better be $10. I don't want to be paying the same thing for every different volume if your different volume is going to compose of a different size. Mm-hmm. And then speaking about trying to get into something, well, that's just kind of how it goes. I mean, like, you can either watch Harry Potter, or you could fucking read the book. And you know how thick the books are, and you know how long the movies are. So, it's just kind of like, what do you take and what do you leave out?
That's why a lot of people like Star Wars more than Star Trek. So, like, I'd rather watch, like, 8 movies instead of, like, watching 8 seasons.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But it goes more in-depth, Star Trek. It's a thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been seeing, internet's been upset lately about the new Cartoon Network series coming out.
Which series?
Thundercats Roar.
Thunder, meow.
Oh, so they're done with the Netflix series?
Snarf, snarf.
What Netflix series?
Oh, Thundercats. Oh,
You haven't seen this?
I thought you were talking about. I was for the last week or so, and don't get me wrong, I was just confusing Thundercats with Voltron for a second.
So there's a new
Live
cartoon.
Cat's like Voltron.
Thundercats Roar XD.
It's called Thundercats Roar, and everybody's hating on it because of the art style.
Is it Teen Titans?
Oh, it's like fucking all Scott Pilgrim-y.
It's all Cal Arts.
Yeah, all Cal Arts, exactly.
Cal Art, huh?
It's a meme.
California Art Institution. You went
It's
there
very
often,
Steven
right?
Universe and all
Oh,
that.
it is Steve Universe.
Yeah. And everybody's saying like, look,
Universe?
it's not for you guys, it's for kids. And I get that part. But honestly, this doesn't look like Thundercats to me. And you know what's crazy? I was watching the video with the lead animator, like the person who thought of this show. He was just like, I was always a huge fan of Thundercats, like the 90s one. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I loved about it was the stellar animation for the intro. And so when I got on board for this show, I want to keep that same epicness. I want to make sure the intro is just as epic as well. And then they showed the intro, and I looked at it, and I'm like, that shit's whack.
You lied.
Whack.
You basically lied.
The way they reboot, whack. The way that the opening was, whack.
And see, that's my thing too. I was like, if
The
you're
way he
if you
won't hold up his
love-
sword and say, thunder, thunder, thunder.
Whack.
Oh no, trust me, dude. The reveal for Thundercats Roar was pretty bad.
Snarf, snarf. Whack.
Let's
The way he snarfs, whack. The way Chitara looks,
Let's be
whack.
honest. It's like the most valid thing about that show I've ever seen was like somebody was like, how the fuck can you guys complain about this new Thundercats? Remember, they rebooted it once before. And it's like the animation was great, but nobody watched the show, and that's why it failed.
Everybody says that, but honestly, was it even good?
The few
I saw like half an episode, and I thought it was alright.
I can actually
It was
agree with that
okay.
mindset because that's how I feel about Berserk. I feel like you can't just fucking, they're just gonna give you something, but you bitch about it anyway because.
But look, see, the people who say, "Oh, you didn't watch it," at that point when the new Thundercats came out, I didn't really watch TV anymore. TV was in this weird transition with streaming and stuff, And plus, it was that point of Toonami where I'm like, I'm not really caught up anymore on what Toonami's doing, and like I knew about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out, but I never just went back to it because it's like I have to watch it on Toonami, and I don't watch cable anymore like I used to as a kid.
I mean, let's be honest here. I don't watch cable at all. It's been
I don't
about
watch it either.
3 or 4 years since I've seen cable television.
I mean, I still watch cable for the shows that
I
I review.
Like networks, shit like that.
The last time I saw him was...
But it's like, it's not like you wouldn't find those on an optimal, like, streaming media form.
And look, they're getting pissed because they're like, oh, that show got canceled because nobody watched it. Hell, Danny Phantom, people watched it, it got canceled in season 2.
In all honesty, it's like, it's kind of like the whole thing is like, we're getting older. This is not for us anymore.
Look, I agree that it's not for us.
That was the base argument.
I understand that point, but honestly, is this design and the way the characters are, is that any better than what we had before?
I think
for kids, like the target audience is like, they love Steven Universe.
No. The way that you have to rephrase this question is, if you had to compare them together, take a new generation of kids, put them in a room. If you showed them the 1990s one first or the new one, which one do you think they would like better?
They're gonna like War, which
if you think about it, it's like one of those things like when we were kids growing up, right? Remember a show. Remember like any show that you can think of off the top of your head, right? I'm
gonna give you one right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say really old school Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo, and here's why. Because that's a 30-minute cartoon. Scooby-Doo, remember the plot transition for every single one of those. It wasn't really fast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't 2 episodes in 30 minutes. It was one case per episode.
Yeah.
Those things took time. They took investigations. They found clues. They did this. They had cutscenes. They had commercials. Blah, blah, blah. Now, here's what I'm going to get at. You go into any new generation Scooby-Doo. My thing is, when it comes to the new age kids that watch cartoons now, their ADHD is heavily severe. Heavily severe. More severe than ours was. So they can't just watch a 30-minute episode of Scooby-Doo. They need to see what's going on. Then they need to see a car crash into a fucking tree and have somebody okay.
But what I'm getting at is like I said, it's like you have the option to show your kid that. Like people who are in their young adults, like, well, this is bullshit. Or people my age or a little bit older, that's bullshit. Why they fucking with the cartoon? Let's be honest, my nigga. You probably don't even watch that show anymore. Growing up, you had an option. Your parents had an option. Growing up, there's some kids who watch Nickelodeon. There's some kids who watch Boomerang. You know what I mean? Not Boomerang, Cartoon Network, right? Would you believe if my mom chose to show me old school, like Flintstones, the Jetsons, fucking all those shows, and like some of those old shows were like, oh shit, this is a lot better than like me watching like Fairly Odd Parents and fucking like, you know, like all these new age shows. It's just basically about the era. So like if you had a kid right now, what would you show your kid? Are you gonna shit your kid down like, hey, here's Cartoon Network, this is what they're showing? Or are you gonna be like, hey son, let's bond on this old ass cartoon I used to watch, maybe you might pick it up. If you don't like it, cool, you're gonna give that kid the option. And it's like I said, we're just getting older. It's not like you're expected to.
Nah, but to me that's not it. It's just like the state of cartoons now. This show, the main thing that bothers me about Thundercats Roar is it's too simplistic for its own good.
Now my counter argument to that is like, are you gonna watch it?
No, it's shit.
Okay, so why would you care? Why would you care what the art style, what the storyboard, where it's going? You're not gonna watch it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you have the choice. Like, people are getting upset about something they probably not even gonna pick up.
Okay, so let me
have you heard like it's like a song, like, you know, like a song from an artist you probably heard, you're like, oh, that's shit. Well, it's like, well, why would you even care?
Okay, let me put it like this, Akiel. Are you gonna play Destiny 3?
Most likely.
Okay, well, never mind.
Argument defeated.
Just shut you down. I was like,
no, but like basically, it's like, are you gonna play Destiny 3? And if you were to say no, I'm like, then why do you care that they're making it now? You know, it's the representation of the series. Like, look at Teen Titans. We have Teen Titans Go. We're never gonna,
right?
It's Teen Titans Go. The movies is coming out. It's so big with all the youngsters, you know. But it's what it does to that franchise. You know, it's like we're not.
If you're talking about the brand, if you're talking about the franchise name, then of course, like,
because like Injustice Thundercats is coming out, right? What if this show came out a couple years ago? It was a big hit. They make Thundercats Injustice that art style. It would be shit.
Well,
I would be like Thundercats Roar. They would be like, well, people love that. They don't know the 90s Thundercats, so let's make this comic with this art style.
Like that's all it is. It's like the franchise name. That's
a disappointment.
I know, but no, I'm saying, but it's like one of those things. Like, we all watched it. We all know what the Thundercats were about. We seen the old school one. You know what I mean? If kids like the new one, then that's what it is.
What was that nigga's name? Mumra, right?
Yeah, Mumra. Mumra was like wrecking shit. You know, but my whole thing is like this. No matter how many times. Another perfect example, like Pokemon, right?
Sure.
We grew up on Pokemon, right?
True.
Have you noticed, like, as we grew older, they started to change, and like that Pokemon started getting more and more like, why? Like, more like, you start asking more questions like, why?
I can understand.
Why is that? Like, why is that the thing? Because as it gets over, they're trying to appeal to the other kids. They're not trying to appeal to us anymore. It's like, nigga, you grew up. Like, go on about your life.
Well,
now
it's like, also the era that we live in.
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's like when it comes to certain franchises, they're sacrificing the core just to appeal to the almighty dollar. Like, now that show's probably gonna make some money because the kids are gonna be like, yeah, but like people who are salty, like, oh, I fucking hate it. It's like, but you're not.
See, now I would admit to you in Pokemon's concept.
You're too far.
All right, so in Pokemon's concept, I would assume that they're also basically racing against their own creativity. That's 700 plus Pokemon. So yeah, basically 700 plus create. For Thundercats, in general, which started with just a show, their series ran approximate to however much they wanted to run with, right? So their realm of creativity can expand, in which it did because they also released comics, if I'm not mistaken, right?
have some sort of comic
There's
series or
the
something like that.
Thundercats have been
So there are different formats.
Comics still going?
Not for Thundercats.
But what I'm saying is there are different formats where they release their creativity and the origins to that creativity. With what they're doing now, which is basically, or essentially, a reboot, they're giving themselves an option to kind of either fix anything or induce anything from any other format that they've had so far. So, in this case, Mum-Ra could be the bad guy, just like he always was. Or if there was such a thing, maybe somebody worse than Mum-Ra came out. You know what I mean? And he would be the bad guy for the new show. So it'll be different from what you would originally expected altogether. Now, would that make you upset? It just really depends on how much you love the Thundercats. If you feel like they shouldn't have changed it, of course you'd be upset. If you felt like you've been waiting for something else, then maybe it won't be so bad for you. You know what I mean? Again, it does kind of fall under what you're talking about. Well, if you give that much of a shit about it, you're going to probably check it out yourself. And then from there, you would just decide if it's good or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the end of it, for me, it's again representation. Like, Akiel, you tell me you wouldn't be upset if that's how Batman is, and that's how the world's gonna know. Like, the new generation's gonna know Batman, and that's how they're planning to use Batman forward. Is this weird
and then
animation style?
And it goes back to choice. Are you honestly gonna if you don't agree with the new Thundercats, are you gonna give your kid that, like, hey, here you go? That's
not what I'm saying.
But what you're telling me is, like, are you gonna, like, if they do Batman like a fucking wonky weird way?
Of course, Batman.
I'm saying
I'm talking about everything like Batman Ninja. I'd probably have a problem.
No.
Shit in English.
No.
Yeah, it's a whole different script.
Oh no, I don't. I didn't know. I'm not saying no to that.
What I'm saying, Akiel,
if they make Batman a weird way or do weird animation,
yeah,
you're asking me would I be upset if that's what the new kids know? My whole thing would be like, I'd be upset for the simple fact, like, they went with that direction, but at the same time, that's not it. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, but this is what I'm saying though. Say, coming down the line, you're like, man, I really want to get back into see what Batman's been doing, but all we have is this. And you're telling me like you were upset at it in the beginning, but you're like, oh, whatever. But now that you're like, oh, I really want to get back into Batman, that's all we have is this weird Steven Universe art style for Batman. And you're like, I guess I'm just going to have to bite the bullet on this one.
Well, then it goes back to what I was saying before.
That would actually be a problem.
No, because I'm saying, no.
It's not like every other Batman proceeding before that is just going to...
No, but
I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about, new stuff. I just said, like, if you want to see what's going on with Batman right now, not the comics from years ago, because you can always go back.
No, I know.
That's not the problem.
My whole thing is like this. With Batman, it's like this. Okay, for comic book wise, right? How many times, and how many times, perfect example, how many times have you read Spider-Man?
I don't know, like once or twice.
How many Spider-Man exist? How many different storylines for Spider-Man
exist? That's not what I'm saying.
I actually understand what you're saying.
But what you're saying is, if it's the new way that they're going with, you're like, oh, I'm gonna bite the bullet. There's probably a storyline that you read with Spider-Man, like, oh, I fucking hate it. But
yes, that's not new.
But I'm saying, but if it's a new art style, a new Spider, like when they change Spider-Man or when they change any main hero with another hero, like, oh, they're taking up the mantle. How many people are like, well, that's fucking stupid. That's not Bucky, or that's not Peter Parker. That's whoever. Like, what my whole thing is, like, even if it's new, even though, like, you don't like the franchise, that doesn't mean the rest. Like, that doesn't mean like. It's like, it's maybe bad for that current arc, but that's not forever. That's not it. It's plus, what if that arc they're going with the show in Thundercats, what if you're like, well, that's not what I want to watch. I want to see what this Universe 2 Batman is doing. What if I want to do that? Like I'm saying, is like, there's always a choice to whether you want to watch it.
That's not what I'm saying.
Let people do new things.
I think I understand what Danny's saying. Where I feel like where Danny's coming from is not really what's worrying about the format that's out right now. It's the progression of where it's going. So take, for example, he's talking about Thundercats Roar. Thundercats Roar decided that they wanted their cartoon to look like Steven Universe, right?
Yeah.
What happens 4 years from now when Thundercats Roar had about 3 successfully run production seasons or whatever? But what are kids next to at that point? What if there was something shittier than Steven Universe that ran, right?
Oh yeah.
Now at that point, that's what not our kids, but the kids were into.
Open the window.
Danny's worried about basically the preceding
the preceding development of what these things are going into. We're getting something shittier now. So realistically or logically, if you get something shitty now and you don't try to stop it now, the only thing that they can produce next to that would be something even shittier than that.
Like, it's the downfall of what a character is. You know, like with this kind of stuff, like they start doing all these things to change a character, and then the next stuff you get for that character, it's worse than what we originally got.
That would be like if they finally stop SpongeBob, right? Let's just take SpongeBob as an example because everybody knows SpongeBob. SpongeBob's stupid memes. SpongeBob's cartoon violence and all that shit.
No, I get it. Like, it's like the basically changing of the character in the franchise. Another way you can explain it's like watching a comic book movie. You know, oh man, this is not related to the comic, but this is their adaptation of the franchise.
Yeah, like Wanted.
You know what I mean? The Wanted, Batman movies, Spider-Man movies. This is not the comic. You know how many people like diehard fans. This is not the comics, but it's like, once again, it's their adaptation of the franchise.
Correct.
So now, if they want to go with this adaptation of the new Thundercats, remember, that's just his adaptation of what the Thundercats were. It's not what they are or who they are when they first came out. It's just his take on the whole fucking story arc. You know what I mean? You can remake a Spider-Man where it's like a Batman movie where it's like Steven Universe stuff, but at the same time, you know, that's not it. That's his adaptation of Batman.
Now,
it's not what Batman is, or it's not what the franchise is going to permanently is. It's just like his take on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're going to create, like, it's art. You know, that's his adaptation.
But see,
of the whole thing.
that's not to get the lines blurred, because now this is the point where we got confused. So me and you were basically having a conversation based off of opinion, but Danny is trying to have a conversation based off the actual value of what the show will get. So again, taking Thundercats as an example. We see how we see how Thundercats go, right? Let's say again they had 3 successful seasons of production. You know that series turned out good at this time during whatever the fuck it was at that format,
got
right?
to the point where Lil Yachty
now,
was in the movie.
Let's just assume Danny and his pessimistic mind was right from the whole get-go. This series was gonna suck from the shit because he knew from what it looked like, from what was ever going on. So this season never got past season 1. You know what I mean? They had to cancel the show, and it was basically a waste of the Thundercats name. The downside to all of that stuff that always happens is, because of that, you're using an opportunity to try to further that, to get it to live out its live its life. Yeah. Longevity, basically. So if this Thundercats doesn't pan out, and it gets canceled before season 1 even ends, then there may not be another Thundercats ever. You know? Kind of like Dead Space.
Look, put it like this. Teen Titans Go happened, right?
Uh-huh.
Original Teen Titans, we all saw it. It's still a great show today, I feel like, right? With these great characters. And now look at them. They're literally yelling all the time and stuff. Like, to the point where we're never going to see the Teen Titans in an animated form again like how it originally was. They had to make Young Justice and go away from that chibi comedic animation. We're never gonna get the not saying a continuation of Teen Titans, but if they were like, let's make another Teen Titans show, like if Teen Titans Go ends, like, okay, what's the third series? It's gonna look just like Teen Titans. Look at Ben 10. Ben 10's a great example. Great art style, decent art style, and now it's aimed at kids again.
It's that chibi shit.
What was that last series?
It's Ben 10.
I didn't even get into that last series. I never even watched.
Are you talking about Omniverse?
Yeah,
No.
the where he goes, regresses. I don't know if he regressed back to a kid or if he was just a kid.
Yeah, no, that's Omniverse. It's this weird sequel reboot thing.
Isn't that the one where he can see like the future him and the past him? They help out each other.
Wasn't that the original Ben 10?
No, but they do it in Omniverse.
Yeah, it's like that one episode where they go to
Ben 10,000, right?
No. What was that episode where he's at the milkshake place and something's happening with that dude Paradox or whatever? Not Paradox, that's the other time dude, and he rips a hole in like time and space.
Yeah,
and
that's Omniverse.
He sees him as a younger kid. He's like, hey, it's you, and they're like, oh, you're me, and it's like the two different art styles. I was
that's Ultimate Alien.
Oh, but you know what I'm talking about, where he sells like the old school Ben 10 and the new one. He's like slimmer, and the old one's like that little weird like first when it first came out animation.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like Teen Titans.
It was the first Ben.
The very first series.
It was the very first Ben, and like what that was season Omniverse, not Omniverse.
You mean the one where he has the green jacket, right?
right?
Ultimate Alien was 3.
Yeah, Ultimate. It's third season and first season they team up in like something that shouldn't have happened, but because it did happen, Paradox was there to like, bro, we gotta stop this or shit's about to go wrong.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Ben 10, Teen Titans, like how those shows were with the values and all that. We're never getting that again because of how their new shows are successful, and that's my problem. Is that series' future is just nothing, bland stuff, you know.
They even broke the fourth wall, like in one of the episodes with the writers saying like this show used to be good and whatnot.
With Control Freak.
Yeah, Control Freak. He showed them what they were. My final take on it, Danny. I totally get where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's still like I still stand by the whole thing. It's like even if it doesn't have a future. Even if it's not we're not gonna get back once, whatever we're gonna like.
You're still gonna get to decide to show your kid.
I don't watch TV anymore, so wherever art direction they go in, probably not gonna affect me. Probably will never affect me. 2, I know what it was. If it dies out, then I'm like, well, that sucked. It died out, and they chose to let it. It's like if they chose to let it die, then by fucking means, that's what it is.
Luckily, Akiel, in your case, no matter what the situation is, you're still going to be covered because when your kid is born and you want to show them Thundercats, you're still going to have the OG 90s Thundercats. It's not like it's going to be gone.
Like the new age millennial kids, all they're going to have
they're going to have the new shit.
No, yeah, all the new parents are going to be like.
But that's kind of separate.
That's a separate thing. Yeah, I'm talking about like if you want something new out of a series that hasn't been, if you want anything new from a series that's become this. It's just gonna be what it is now. Like we're not gonna get anything.
Oh yeah, like
you shouldn't expect this to go into like lore. You should expect it to go into like morals. You know, like you remember that fake post that they were doing for Ed and Eddie?
A whole bunch of side quests.
Oh, the fake like what if Ed and Eddie was rebooted?
Dude, Ed and Eddie was rebooted. I was like,
there was a fake Facebook post going around in our circle.
Yeah, because Eric posted that
for a reboot of Ed and Eddie, and it was like, oh, okay, this one's gonna revolve around morals. Like now, all the kids in the cul-de-sac are friends with Ed and Eddie. Now the parents are gonna be visible in every episode. Now they're going to have a moral simplistic episode, and sometimes, which was like the one thing that really struck my chord about the show, not that it was bad or anything, but just the one thing that they took away from it was now Ed and Eddie are going to actually help the kids and probably even give away some money from time to time. And I'm like, that was the literal point to Ed and Eddie in the first place. Yeah. For them to not give away money and for them to buy Jawbreakers, which is the only reason why they do shit in the first place. You know what I mean? If you were just totally changing some shit up, just be aware, at least you still have the old version of it to show you what they did, you know? I guess.
Yeah. We've been going about this too long. Grant.
Yes.
You beat The Order, 1886.
Yes. This is my favorite walking simulator so far. I really enjoyed it. I liked the story. Thought it was fun. That game is very detailed. Holy shit. I was very surprised. It's probably the most detailed game I've played.
Was it a launch title?
It came out in 2015.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a launch title, no.
2 years after the PS4 came out November 5th, 2003? 2013?
13, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, no, this wasn't a launch title. It was early in the PS4's life. Jesus, I've seen that art too, Julian. No, but like I enjoyed the game. I remember when I first got it, there was all that hate.
It's easy to platinum that game too.
Yeah, it's an easy one. Just the
people need to just replay it to platinum.
I have to replay to get the collectibles for the last trophy. But I mean, like it's like I told you, Grant. Like it's a nice game if it was a prologue.
It's basically a playable tech demo.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, PT?
That too.
I still have my PT.
Me too.
Still have it. So
your PlayStation 4 is probably worth.
Julian, I haven't seen it yet, but did you watch that part 3?
No, it's an hour and 13 minutes long.
you know about this?
I'll watch it though. I'll watch it.
There's I forget the guy's name on YouTube. He has 3 parts now of his first video was half an hour explaining that Death Stranding is actually Metal Gear Solid 0. And it's a pretty interesting video. And then he made a part 2 that's half an hour long. And then Julian told me, was it today? Yeah, the part 3 came out, and it's an hour long. Oh, so I'm gonna check that out.
So that was Adam's.
Homeboy goes deep in the.
This was Adam's old contact photo
Was it the whole
from the Halloween store.
Oh my fucking god. Grant, do you recommend The Order?
I actually recommend it. Yes, even though it's short, it is like a movie. It's very
much like a
cinematic.
It's got big ass werewolves.
Lycans, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a prequel to Bloodborne.
It pretty much is.
You know, yeah.
Could be. No, I'm just kidding.
Julian.
Actually, no, I'm just kidding.
I had to put it down because of the trailer that we saw.
Whoa,
the Happy Time Murders.
Fuck. Okay. Story time! So I was stoned as fuck watching Deadpool 2, dude, and that trailer came up, dude. That, you know, to answer Mark's question from earlier, what has made you fucking cry laughing? That fucking shit made me cry laughing, dude. I swear to God, what the fuck?
Happy Murder trailer?
No, Happy...
Oh, it's Happy Time.
Happy Time Murders,
I think. This is an R-rated Muppet movie.
Fucking shit is this? Yeah, you heard that right, Oscar.
It's an R-rated Muppet movie.
What the fuck?
Both Melissa McCarthy's in it, and it's a trip, dude. I'll just say right now, it's a fucking trip, dude.
What the fuck? Old horror movie, Puppets.
No, yeah. Then Eric posted about that old horror R-rated Muppet thingy
he did?
stuff.
What
Yeah.
did he say?
I don't know. He goes look at his profile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, dude, this thing's a fucking trip.
It's fucking crazy. Here, just like
like,
I don't have my
put the
headphones.
volume down.
Just I'll keep it mute. It's fine.
Yeah, just it's some crazy shit.
Oh my god, the fucking Muppets walking.
Yeah, it's like when I was watching, I was like, this is like Blight or Bright. It's where like the world consists of humans and Muppets coexisting in society.
When kids aren't around.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude.
How was the movie for you, Julian, when you were watching it stoned?
Yeah, so we saw Deadpool 2.
Yeah, we saw that shit was a fucking trip, dude.
For you?
That shit was a trip. That shit was changing movie genres, dude, and I was just tripping out, man.
Oh my god.
Did you see Deadpool?
Stanley.
I saw Deadpool 2.
What'd you think of Deadpool 2, Grant?
I liked it. It was trying too hard to be Deadpool 1, but I liked it.
That was my main problem with the movie.
I really like Cable. Cable was great.
Cable was great.
Yeah.
There was I recorded Marvel Talk. It's up now with Connor talking about the movie.
Uh-huh.
There's set photos of Cable doing some Terminator stuff, like gathering guns to build his future gun.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a little sad we didn't get that in the movie. But they confirmed an extended edition of this movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
All
so I'll probably get that.
Oh, Joe McHale's in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Still, to me, the biggest surprise was Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
I was so
hey.
surprised.
Spoilers, yeah.
Here's a good question.
my
What was going on with that fucking... I recently saw like a Pro-Am thing for Fortnite. And I saw the fucking... it was basically like... I assume pro Fortnite players like picked up with celebrities. Was that real? Does anyone know that? Anybody have confirmation on that?
I know what you're talking about.
Because Joe McHale was on it. And I'm like, why the fuck is Joe McHale on it?
I don't know if it's real or not.
Joe McHale doesn't play video games, I don't think.
Yeah, this movie's a trip.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, yeah.
I didn't
I'm
get
not
that
sure
at
about
my
that Fortnite.
movie theater.
Yeah, we got that in our movie theater, yeah.
Exactly.
We had a lot of weird trailers for Deadpool 2.
I want to see, Sorry to Bother You. That's what I want to see. That one's going to be a trip, too.
What?
That's Julian being Julian.
Let me see that.
What? What, you shared?
Was it the T-posing or
No.
It's like Toriel,
let me see?
Azrael.
Undertale.
Dude, I don't know if I want to shit or not.
Undertale.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Julian.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Deadpool 2. There are some great
Brown.
parts in it. There's some parts I didn't like. I have mixed feelings on the movie, but at the end of the day, I think the first one's still better.
Carl.
Oh boy, let's see what Carl has to say.
About Deadpool?
No, about this shit.
that was a mistake, but the love for my homies
wasn't
isn't.
Yeah. But yeah, Deadpool 2, I'd say go see it.
Go see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I'd say
not,
go see
right?
it too.
Would you
The
pick,
first 15
okay, would you pick
seconds.
Deadpool 2 over Infinity War?
No.
No.
Deadpool 2
Because-
doesn't touch Infinity War
Because
at all.
Infinity War came out with the best memes this month.
There's a lot of Thanos memes.
There was a lot of Thanos memes.
It's almost been a month since Infinity War came out.
I know, right? I'm surprised.
It's a.
So do they get the same score, or?
I have not rated Infinity War because I still don't know how I feel about that movie. I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow.
What do you get Deadpool?
I give Deadpool like I give it like a 6.5.
That's 6.
Mm-hmm. My rating will probably change with the extended edition, depending what they add in there.
Rev up those fryers. I love your sunglasses, Danny.
Yeah, it looks, yeah. It look good on you, bro.
Hey,
Thanks.
fool.
Anyway,
Say.
hentai heaven or in hentai? No, I'm just kidding.
Tsunami, honey.
When you rub the side of a Cortez, Julian pops out. Sorry, fool, you only get 3 wishes.
So I have been
Chile.
watching a lot of Terrace House, guys.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like, I haven't reviewed the season finales for Flash Arrow because I'm watching Terrace House, guys.
How many episodes are there?
There's a lot. There's the first series on Netflix, where they're in Tokyo, and then the second one is when they're in Hawaii, and then the third one's when they're back in Japan, like in the countryside area. I forget specifically where it is. It starts with a K. Let me look it up. Terrace House is a great show. Everybody needs to watch it.
It's on
As I
Netflix.
said, it's on Netflix, yeah.
Spell it.
Terra, it's right there. Terrace House.
Terrace House.
Yep. It's a Japanese novella, basically.
I'm down for that.
So it's set in Karuizawa of the Nagano prefecture in Japan.
Nagano?
No.
Yeah,
Nagano.
that's the newest series, opening new doors. It could be pretty funny at times, and the main cast, like the commentators, are Japanese comedians, and it's a good time.
I think they got the idea from, what is it? What was that show called? MHX?
MHX.
Do you remember that show was on FX? It had like 2 shoguns, and like, basically, it was like an all Japanese show, and then there would be like English VAs who would just like fucking.
Oh, MXC.
MXC, there you go.
Yeah, that's based off an old show called Takeshi's Castle, a game show.
Oh, Most Extreme
Yeah.
Elimination
Remember the
Challenge.
the announcer Guy Ledouche?
Yeah. Let me remember my partner here. Isn't that right, Keith?
Wow, that's an old logo.
I just remember the ad libs because they were the fucking best.
When they bring it back, Silent Library, though.
The same time they bring back Scarred.
Dude, I've been seeing, I think it's people on Snapchat, like, they're playing Silent Library. That shit was funny.
Snapchat is now the new MTV.
Well, people who were on Snapchat were doing that. Snapchat's dead, though. So,
Snapchat's dead.
yeah, people hate the new update, so, yeah.
It's been
Oh,
on
that's
for
where
a good minute,
Nagano
though.
is.
Yeah. Well, plus, Instagram's is way better with the stories and stuff, I think.
I think Instagram now has a lot of the filters that Snapchat has, no?
Yeah. But it's just better, I think. Oh, Carl.
Delete your snaps, guys.
He has fat fingers, remember, guys.
Yeah,
Have your kids and high
I haven't used Snapchat in like
forever.
a good
Oh
3
no,
months.
baby, what
Yeah.
is you doing?
I saw a trailer today for the new Warner Brothers movie called Mowgli.
That tripped me out.
Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, because I'm like, well, the Jungle Book came out about like what 2-3 years ago.
About 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I see this, I'm like, well,
Oh,
Mowgli was the bear?
no, Mowgli's the kid.
Oh.
Baloo the bear,
Yeah.
Bagheera
Mm-hmm.
is the
Just so you
panda.
have-
This
Time to
also
watch that
has a crazy cast, much like John
Yeah.
Favreau's Jungle Book.
Yeah, I saw that cast. I'm like,
You got Benadryl in there.
Benadryl Bumberbatch.
Cucumber, yeah.
Schlock.
You have Kate Blanchett in there. You have who is it? You have Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
Second best Batman.
Yeah.
Who's the best Batman?
Ben Affleck.
Batfleck.
Yeah. I mean, before, what's the fucker's name? Josh Whedon touched them. So.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna talk about the trailer?
Michael Keaton was Batman too, wasn't he?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, he was.
Batman.
The Tim Burton one, right?
Yeah. I've only seen Christian Bale's Batman movies.
You didn't see what's his face's either? What's his face?
Batman Forever?
No, George. What's his face?
Clooney?
George Clooney's Batman. Yeah.
Never seen it.
Let's talk about Hotel Artemis and Jeff Goldblum.
Can't wait for that movie to come out.
Hotel Artemis.
Hotel Artemis. It's a hotel. That's the disguise and the identity of this building. It's a hospital for criminals. Yeah. And one of the main rules is no guns allowed. Right, no violence in there. But then here comes Jeff Goldblum, my boy, rocking this sick beard. His name's the goddamn Wolf King, and he's starting trouble. So it looks pretty good. Batista's in it. Who else is in it? Was it Hotel Artemis, right?
Yeah.
Daddy Goldblum with his big thick beard.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy Goldblum.
You know who's in that movie?
Jodie Foster's in it.
Killmonger's dad.
Oh yeah, Sterling K. Brown. Yeah. Charlie Day's in it.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody who can grow a beard.
Kenneth Choi's in it.
Everybody who can grow a beard. That's pretty much it.
Yo, you know who's in this movie?
Who?
Zachary Quinto.
Quinto?
From Heroes.
You mean Snyder? What is it? What? The bad guy.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
Yeah.
Snyder.
Starts with an S, yeah.
What was the stupid brand of the watch called from Heroes? What was the fool's name?
Villains.
Who? It's the bad guy from Heroes. Snyder? Swiper?
No,
Was it Stryker?
Swiper, no swiping?
Was it Stryker?
No, that's X-Men.
It was,
Siler.
There you go.
It'll pop up right here. Yeah, Siler. Yeah.
Homeboy was in American Horror Story too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's still doing big things, huh?
Mm-hmm. Remember, he's Spock.
Oh yes, he's also Spock. That was a big one. I can't
Oh shit, he is Spock.
Yeah, I forgot that one. I can't believe that one.
I couldn't recognize him.
Was it
Sophia
the ears?
Buletta's in it too.
Was it the Falcon Grip?
Yeah, this movie looks great. Comes out June. It's coming real soon.
Ooh, that's just right around the corner.
Yeah, so we're you know we're gonna be talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I need something good to watch after I watch the horrible Han Solo movie comes out, right?
You're not gonna like it?
Oh no.
Oh no. My expectations are already low.
But they're literally the lowest. When they got announced, I'm like, literally, who cares? It's the trailer, the problem with the main actor. I'm just like, this movie's set to fail.
What's the problem with him?
He can't act.
He can't act.
Who's the main actor?
Some
dude
kid.
that looks
the guy for
older.
Solo?
Yeah. Whatever the fuck his name is.
The child shouldn't be in that bitch.
He's not the main character though, so.
Yeah, he's playing as Lando though, Calrissian.
Pansexual Lando.
Oh yeah, that's right. They announced that.
I mean, so far it has good reviews,
That would make sense though.
but I don't want to
Pansexual
believe
means
him.
you fuck anything that moves, right?
Anything. All genders.
That would, again, makes sense though, because one, he's a human living in a, like...
Is he human?
Surrounded, I don't know.
What?
Humanoid. Surrounded
Alden,
by fucking, aliens and shit.
Alden Ehrenreich? I don't know. He doesn't really look like Harrison Ford either. And you know, that's the problem, is like you're trying to fill Harrison Ford's shoes for that character, you know?
For what, India? For Indy?
No, for Han Solo.
Oh, Han Solo.
Yeah.
Solo.
That's a tough one, you know, but yeah, it's just...
I came for the Childish Calrissian, bro.
I mean, that's what a lot of people...
Childish Calrissian, or like...
Lando Gambino?
No, yeah, Lando Gambino. It's either Childish Calrissian or Lando Gambino.
Yeah, that movie is coming out, I think, this week or next week?
Friday.
Yeah, this week.
Friday.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I could literally care less because who cares about this origin of Han Solo?
People who are Han Solo.
I mean, like, it's kind of going backwards considering how the last movie ended with him dying.
No, it wasn't.
Isn't it? Oh, no, not... That was 7.
That was Force Awakens.
That was 7. That was a
Yeah,
while.
you're
What did they do
behind.
in 8? Yeah, because I never saw 8.
8 was last year.
You don't want to see 8. I had to watch 8 crossfaded.
Oh yeah, no, Last Jedi is horrible.
I had to watch 8 crossfaded to, like, actually watch the movie. That's how bad it was.
Did you also pay to watch it?
No, I watched it at Brendan's house.
Movie Pass, so that shit was free.
Dude, Last Jedi sucked.
It did.
Yep, still sucks. Can't save it. So,
Ooh, what? Ooh.
Oh. Yeah. Ben Swallow, though.
that's the only good thing. The only good thing that came out of Last Jedi were the memes.
Fucking Ben Swallow, man.
Yeah.
I want every, where the line go? I want every laser to fire on that man. Every cannon. Like, you're kind of going overboard.